up, YouTube? Welcome back to Royal Alchemist. This is part 2, actually. Part 1 was done about, like 9 months ago. It's on YouTube, though, and then when this gets put up, because you're watching it, hopefully you've watched part 1 and now you're watching part 2, because that's the order that I'm playing it in, so I really hope that's the order you're watching it. And if not, just give me a little bit of, in the comments, let me know the reasoning as to why you're watching them out of order. Just curious, just curious. But again, in the first part, I don't remember much. We are going to another kingdom. Our carriage was attacked. We had to walk to said kingdom. We met the siblings, and they're all attractive. Because why else would I be playing this game if it wasn't for the attractive love interests? Everyone, we're all on the same page here. Oh my god! That's right. Okay, so we're in week 1. There's classes. Oh shit, there's classes. Is Royal Alchemist demo? Wait, is this a Royal Alchemist demo? Chotamante. I have notes. It says it's full. It's the full game. Give me a second, chat. Give me. It looks like it's the full game. Okay, so I'm in danger. Classes. Who did I go? Oh, I don't even remember who I was romancing. Shit. Oh, I don't remember what I was doing. Sign it to a time block. Okay. For myself. Okay, intelligence, improve combat. Oh, I did one in combat. For the princes, teach water. It's the grimoire. Oh, that's right. I did. I chose the masculine, and we're going. I leaned into my non-binary side this time. Beauty, etiquette, intelligence. I did a little bit of combat. I need to maybe a little beauty. Who did I fall for? It's not you. I think it's Saren. I think I fell for Saren. Yeah. Look at how much I've talked to Saren. Yeah, it's Saren. Daily death. I don't want you guys to say anything, okay? Okay, maybe we should go for... Okay, maybe we should go for not intelligence, beauty? And then maybe combat, and then... Oh, that's right, we're teaching them things. And then... Why did I do water? I'm literally looking at at him, be like, what do I need to give you? Okay, Saren learns that faster. Okay. He doesn't have any water. You're water. I don't think I was trying to romance you. He's in the library. It's definitely him. A blue character that stays in the library. I'm definitely romancing him. Oh, I forgot about this. Oh. I didn't mean to reset everything. I thought I would just reset what I did. Anyway, etiquette, fighting. Let's do... that. Let's do light. And let's put... I had water chosen for something, I guess. You know what? No, I'm doing this. I don't know what I'm doing. Fire and wind. What if we put the wind up a little bit, and then we do fire? And then you, sweetie, You're water and ice, darkness. What do you got? You got a lot of darkness. Maybe let's give you some water, okay? And then we'll start your day with darkness, and then that should be good. Reaper playing a game where she teaches people, and I thought games were meant to be an escape from reality. Look. You're not wrong. Okay, let's try. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's try. I forgot. Okay, good shit, everyone. Oh, you did very well. They're really trying to impress me. New missions are available! I'm walking along the hallway on my way to my study to prepare for this afternoon's lessons, when I hear someone call out softly behind me. Oh my god, how the frick frack paddywhack did I say this name? Master Rosencruz? Can I just say, I think I'm gonna say Rosencruz. Master Rosencruz. I turn to find a tall, mysterious-looking man bowing in my direction. Good day, sir. I believe you have the advantage over me. My name is Harris, personal servant to Prince Aurelius. A pleasure. Look, my etiquette training coming into handy. Did I say coming into handy? I can't do anything right tonight. He straightens his posture while looking at me. His eyes narrow ever so slightly as he smiles. I have the honor of carrying to you a message from His Highness. That's unusual. Let's hear it. Prince Aurelius sends you his warmest regards, and told me to ask if you would like to have tea with him at the pavilion in the palace garden. An invitation to afternoon tea from Prince Aurelius. I cannot say I foresaw this coming, in this or any other lifetime nonetheless. The warm regards seem almost ominous. Just as he told me. I don't trust you. That's unexpectedly sociable of His Highness. Harris smiles but makes no reply. Please let the prince know I should be glad to I cannot speak either tonight. Please let the prince know I should be glad to take up his invitation. His Highness will be delighted. Kindly come with me. I shall show you the way to the pavilion, where His Highness is waiting for you. You mean now? Indeed. Placing a gentle but firm hand on my shoulder. You shouldn't be touching me. Why are you touching me? Why are you touching me? Why are you broski, why are you touching me? Harris steers me down the hallway in the direction of the garden. I thought you said this afternoon. It is already past midday, Master Rosencruz. Technically, this is afternoon. But isn't it a little early for afternoon tea? I think that you will find His Highness is not one to fuss about this sort of thing. Harris pushes open a door and I squint as I am overwhelmed by the sudden glare of the midday sun. Nor for this meeting will you be. Sunlight dances on the soft green meadow and sparkling fountains of the sprawling palace garden. A cool breeze meanders through the air, making the leafy branches of the trees rustle and stir. It was you! At the center of the garden, sitting in the shade of the white pavilion, I see the figure of Prince Aurelius observing us, hands neatly folded on his crossed legs. With not a single kettle, tray, or cup in sight. You said the prince is inviting me for tea, right? No, I said His Highness told me to tell you that he is inviting you for tea. A subtle but crucial distinction. I quite agree. My mouth suddenly dry, I find myself walking slowly towards the pavilion. There's no option but to press ahead, what with Harris blocking the exit behind me and Prince Aurelius fixing that cold, sharp gaze of his on me. You're here at last. Good afternoon, Your Highness. Well, Harris, get the blades, will you? Wait, what? Wait, what? What? Not once, Your Highness. Blades? Blades. Blades. I apologize to anybody who's watching this on YouTube. It has been 9 months and I do not remember any of the voices I gave them, and as usual, the voices change every week when I play. It's because it's been a week. Harris places 2 gleaming steel swords on the table before Prince Aurelius, who buckles one onto his belt without taking his eyes away from mine. What do you intend to do with that sword? Fight. That's what people usually do with swords. Fight? Who are you fighting? You. Me? His Highness is challenging you to a duel, Master Rosencruz. I look from one man to the other, more than half expecting them to burst out laughing in my face at any moment. But the faces of the duo are deadly earnest. I really am being challenged to a duel with Prince Aurelius, using swords of pure steel. I'm going to die. This is the thing about this game. You die. A lot. And you restart. And then you die more. I'm about to die here. What should I do? Look. Mama didn't raise no bitch. Except, let's go. I lay my hands on the hilt of the remaining sword. As I do so, I can feel Prince Aurelius' eyes on mine, watching me with approval. Physical combat has never been my forte, but if that is the prince's fancy, then I am determined to give him my best, and hope that it'll be good enough. Are you sure about this, Your Highness? A pleading note creeps into my voice as I make a last frantic attempt to dissuade him. Yes. Enough talking. On guard. That seems very loud. That sounds very loud. I don't know, yeah. I don't know if that's drowning me out or not, chat, but I just pulled that down a lot. My ears as well. That is all the warning I received before Prince Aurelius lunges at my person in a whirlwind of shining steel. That's a very nice angle. It isn't bad. Am I too loud now? Okay, you can still hear me? Awesome. Thank you. What's up, Drahoon? Taken by surprise, I barely managed to bring my sword up in time to parry the volley of incoming blows. Step by step, the prince forces me backwards, out of the pavilion and onto the meadow beyond. No! It quickly becomes clear that I do not stand a chance. I literally all I did was intelligence in combat. How did I fail? My grasp falters and the sword feels cumbersome to the touch. Of course it does. I'm not trained to use it. Despite my frantic attempts to fend off the assault, my arms are proving incapable of holding the blade upright. As for my legs, they throb as though the slightest breeze will cause them to buckle. What a disappointment. Prince Aurelius is toying with me, feinting here and there, making me wave my sword wildly all over the place while he barely moves a muscle. Any moment he will tire of this game and... Ah! A sudden blow by the prince wrenches the sword out of my grasp, causing it to skid over the grass. Wait, what? Grip. It's grip. A sudden blow by the prince wrenches the sword out of my grip, causing it to skid over the grass. Then there's a blur of movement. I stagger as something slams into me with brute force. The next thing I know, I am lying flat on my back in the grass, looking up at the blue sky and the white fluffy clouds, breathing heavily. And Prince Aurelius is holding his sword down against my neck, its half-sharpened tip pressing into my skin ever so precisely. From my position, I could see the prince's firm grip on his sword, and a coldness that seems to have been ingrained in his eyes, unbefitting for a beauty such as him. A few loose strands of hair gracefully trace the shape of his face, and the scent of western flowers envelops me once again. He hasn't even broken a sweat in defeating me. A touch to Prince Aurelius. The best option probably would have been throwing the sword at his head and retreating. The action might not have been the most glorious thing to do, but it wasn't as if the prince was treating me with extraordinary politeness either. Trying to catch my breath, I close my eyes and calm my mind, feeling a bit annoyed and confused at the same time. Why are you doing this? Prince Aurelius pauses for a moment, thinking. For some reason, I don't expect him to give me a serious reply. I simply wish to make my own assessment of you. Harris helps me to my feet, brushing away the dirt and grass on my clothes. You may be my tutor, but you are so only by the grace of the Lord Regent. I've yet to determine for myself what your true worth is. But from this, I can see why you are clearly incapable of saving the lives of the men under your direction, and would rather not be in that predicament myself. I go to retort, but get interrupted before I can even manage to open my mouth. Harris, show Rosencruz back to their room. Aurelius looks away, having lost all interest in me at the drop of a hat. This way, please. Could you get that smirk off your face? That would be great. Worn out with no energy for further objections, I allow him to lead me back into the palace. We make our way to the study side by side in silence. Here we are, Master Rosencruz. If there is nothing else, I shall return to His Highness. A minute. What is it? Did you know? I beg your pardon. Did you know that Prince Aurelius had in mind when you brought me to the garden? Harris looks away, stroking his chin while wearing a contemplative expression. His Highness is right. If you want to survive and prosper in a place as interesting as the Fostrix Palace, you really should try to improve your swordplay. If you're interested in learning the little tricks of the art that Marshal Garrion believes himself too honorable to impart, you can usually find me wandering the palace garden. You're offering to teach me? Evidently. My lips pursed on instinct. I get the feeling this man has been with Prince Aurelius for a long time. Even his speech resembles the prince's. Your reasons? Harris pauses to observe me before his eyes narrow and his lips tug into a mysterious smile. Self-interest, mainly. It'd be fun to see whether you can meet Prince Aurelius's expectations. With that, he walks away, leaving me staring into space and stunned. I have watched too many anime, because I can imagine this like in an anime sequence rather than, you know, these just pictures. I just imagine him like, I see it all. I see it all happening. That answer was about as helpful as having not answered at all. What's up, JJ? Good evening. I can't seem to understand the youngest prince, nor his servants. I can now take classes to learn leadership skills. Yay! And I've got a new grimoire. Grimoire. That word unlocked. Harris. Grimoire. Grimoire? Why is that so weird? I hear it in Hell of a Boss all the time. Why can I not say grimoire? Grimoire? I'll spend 20 minutes just trying to figure out how to say this word. Oh. I didn't like that because I thought someone was actually knocking on my door. Screw that. Grimoire. I look up from my notes where I had been scribbling new formulae. Come in. The door to my study opens and a familiar figure emerges. Despite standing straight and still looking immaculate, I can't help but notice his slightly furrowed brows. Master Rosencruz, my apologies for disturbing you. Not at all. Is something the matter? While His Excellency the Lord Regent is aware you're still adjusting to life at court, he would like to request your aid in addressing certain complaints. Complaints? Raphael pauses a bit, clearly conflicted. In the days of the late king, Master Rosencruz, he used to travel the lands to help the citizens with their needs. Natural disasters, beasts, and bandits, plagues, all manners of things, really. Of course, the princes have been doing their best to keep up with their duties. However, during the past 12 moon cycles, I'm afraid more and more complaints have piled up. The Lord Regent requests your aid, our princes... The Lord Regent requests you aid our princesses in said duties, Master Rosencruz. We are aware it might be a lot to... That's fine. While Raphael might be relieved at my approval, he also seems somewhat surprised. It is. I'm an alchemist of the High Council. While I was summoned here to tutor the princes, it's our foremost duty to help help each country advance and prosper. I'd be happy if my alchemy can be of even the slightest help. Yay, beauty! The Master of Coins smiles, and I find myself smiling back. Thank you, Master Rosencruz. Whenever you need funding for your work, please don't hesitate to find me. I'll also be taking inventory and keeping track of each state's income. I hope the information will be of use for you. Ding! Missions are now available. Fulfilling them will increase different factions' approval and increase your weekly income. I like money. I like money. For more information, check out the tutorials by pressing T. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna save because somehow we've survived another week. Okay, return. It's a treasury. Oh, weekly income is 30. Of course, Nazir's is only 15. Okay, Sarah's. Why is yours so much? The mining town. Okay. No wonder. Okay. Not a hold. Okay. Requirements are met. Requirements met. What is this? Heavenly beauty. Oops. There's nothing here. That's the only thing. I don't want to do that yet. Let's just do classes. I want to do leadership. No, I want to do leadership. And apparently edumacation, because I'm apparently stupid as fuck. And then... why don't we just do one lesson of things that you guys don't know? So let's do fire, water, and wind for you. I'm a teacher. You gotta learn things that maybe you don't like. Water, earth, sun? Water, earth, sun, light. And then Aurelius, fire, earth, wind. Fire, earth, wind. Okay. There you go. Fingers crossed, chat. Weekly income goes down with weekly death. No! I'm already broke. Okay, let's go. I know you guys don't like... wow, you are a very good student. The fuck? I need you to... look, if I'm gonna choose you, I need you to pick up the pace, okay? The high art of alchemy is subtle and perilous, the use of which requires utmost attentiveness and care. I look down to see the effect my words are having on my students. Saren is keeping his eyes fixed on me, calm and inscrutable as ever. Yo, out of the 3 choices, though, he fine. He fine! He might be seriously reflecting on the meaning of what I say, or equally likely trying to make up his mind on what to have for dinner. He's probably seriously reflecting. He is Saren, after all. Unlike... Nazir beams at me and offers a thumbs up. Hear, hear. He bends back over his desk, appearing to be busy taking notes, perhaps not realizing I can clearly see he's sketching a portrait of me. Aurelius is observing me keenly, but I have a feeling what he's measuring up is me rather than what I'm saying. I sigh before John, literally my life, literally me in the classroom. Magic, as you know, comprises 6 elements, or 3 pairs of complementary counterparts. Fire and water, wood and wind, light and dark. Nazir interrupts me by yawning loudly, then immediately covers his mouth, looking abashed. Normally, a magic user can use 1 or 2, rarely 3, different elements of magic. Members of the Rosencreutz family can use all 6, I believe? That's right. It is a rather unusual attribute. To an alchemist, the 2 most important elements of magic are fire and water. That's because fire represents the power of manifestation. It's the only magic capable of forcing the essence of an object to assume shape. Water represents the power of alternation. Using it on an object can cause its essence to change. Water without fire is pure chaos, a state of unending flux. Fire without water is pure order, the original essence rigidly emphasized and magnified. Only fire and water, used together, allows an object to change from one stable state into another. This is the aim and purpose of alchemy. Fascinating. Absolutely. However, neither my brothers nor I can use both fire and water magics. Nor can most alchemists. There is, of course, a way to get around this limitation. Do you know what it is? I hold him a vial filled with swirling blue light. Aha! You see? Yes. Then be a good chap and enlighten us with your wisdom, will you? Breaking his neutral expression, I see Aurelius' brow twitching in slight annoyance. It's a magic preservation vial. You don't say. Splendid. Clears everything up perfectly. I press my lips together as I hear the sarcasm in Nazir's chipper voice. It stores a certain type of elemental magic. This one, for example, is a water vial, suitable for Nazir here. Nazir receives the vial hesitantly, as if expecting it to explode. Just screw it open when we want to use it, I suppose? Yes, it is that convenient. The invention of preservation vials by Harold the Wise is considered one of the most important breakthroughs in the history of alchemy. I thought each vial contains only a small amount of the element. It depends on the size and quality of the vial, but in general, yes, you are right. However, even a small amount of the element is enough to satisfy the requirements of most alchemic formulae. Wonder why I haven't seen one of these nifty things till now. Sounds awfully useful. The High Council has a monopoly on selling preservation vials, which they dole out very sparingly. Furthermore, the manufacture of preservation vials is a difficult and time-consuming process, with only fire magic users being able to make the vials. Why is that? Fire is the power of manifestation, remember? So, fire vials ought to be the most common. And also the cheapest. I assume vials of other elements can only be created by fire magic. Fire magic users also affine to other elements? Your assumption is correct. That means Nazir here may eventually have the ability, if he pays attention in my lessons, to create wind preservation vials. However, it also does mean that vials of other elemental types are much rarer and more expensive than fire. Master Rosencruz, you are assigned to all 6 elements, are you not? And so the 3 of you are very lucky. I can make vials of whichever element you require. All you need to do is request them from me in advance. For the moment, can the 3 of you please step forward to collect a vial of each element you cannot use? Then let us continue with today's lesson. I feel like the soundtracks are all varying sound levels, and that's kind of annoying. What's up, Richie? Good evening. Welcome, welcome. How are you? What are we looking at? Okay, still the same. I guess it's the only one I can do, but I still don't want to. I feel like I need things. You don't got fire or water. You got fire, and you have water. Wow. Can I put darkness in there? We're gonna make you do that. And then I'm also gonna make you do darkness. Oh, nope. Dark. And then you are gonna get some light. You need the light, honey, apparently. And then what do I want? I want leadership again. What do I got going on? I can't converse, so that's not fair. Maybe I need beauty. Let's do that, maybe? I feel like I need to save every time. Can I not save? Yes, I can. Ha ha ha. Okay. Good, thank you. A rare sunny Friday afternoon in the UK. I'm doing pretty well tonight. The game we were going to play had some issues. We're running into some bugs, but it's kind of nice because then we're getting over here to playing this. Okay. Let's try this. Oh, no, no. Yes. There we go. I want, yeah. Yeah, buddy. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. You are too good at, I'm kind of low-key scared of you. New missions are available. Let's fucking go. A joy to see you, my dear Reaper. A smile tugs at the edge of my mouth, and I turn around with an elaborately formal bow. Good morning, Your Highness. Let me do the honors of skipping straight to my point of inquiry. Have you any plans for the afternoon? As the royal tutor, I was under the impression I am obliged to conduct some royal tutoring. Amo, amas, amats, and all that, eh? All very fascinating stuff. I'm glad you think so. Rather, I had the idea you thought the opposite, judging by the considerable difficulty I have in keeping you awake during our lessons. Nazir at the very least has the grace to look sheepish, but not for long. I say, don't you believe you deserve to have a teensy break from all that tutoring and whatnot? What do you mean? I, for one, am planning to go for a stroll around the kingdom this very afternoon, and the next one as well, and perhaps the one after that. And to the point, I wonder if there's any way I can persuade you into tagging along? If I am not mistaken, you are due for a lesson with me here in the castle this afternoon, and the next one as well, and perhaps the one after that. I love how snarky they wrote us. I'm in love. Are you in love? I am in love. Not with him, but with us. Oh, lessons, castles, afternoons. I'm just about stuffed to the top of the tallest tower with them. I live in a cage. There's a beautiful world outside these walls of stone. The palace can hardly be called a cage, Your Highness. More like the lap of luxury, perhaps. Even a gilded cage is still a cage, my dear, and I am absolutely determined to break out of mine this afternoon. Can I not convince you to do the same? You haven't seen much of Eskia, aside from the palace, have you? I pause and think. It's true that I haven't really had a chance to see much of the country, being busy with adjusting to court life and the tutoring sessions. And despite my better judgment, my curiosity keeps nagging me to go out and see more. Nazir's grin turns mischievous, knowing very well that I've taken the bait. Let me show you around. The meadows around Spellor are covered in blossoms, both snow white and cornflower blue beneath the azure? The summer sky! The blue summer sky, the beautiful color that is blue that I cannot say. And the Spellor village itself may be small and quaint, but is no less ancient, no less hallowed in the memory of Eskia than this very palace. And its tavern, where the mead is sweet and delicious, and its maidens so pretty and friendly, and above all, discreet. Nazir's eyes gleam in delight as I see right through his fanciful words to his intentions. So, are you not tempted? Take the chance to slip out of your cage too. Just for this afternoon, of course. What harm could it possibly do? That is exactly what you say. That is exactly what you say before shit hits the fan. That right there. You have now jinxed us. Now look what you've done. Chat, do I go or not? I feel like he's ruined our chances. Accept or decline? You guys know I don't ask you very often. I just hit my head. I did. I hit my head with my thing. What's up, YouTube? How you doing? You better be drinking some water if you're watching this video. This is your water. This is your water reminder. Okay, no one? We accepting? I'm going? Shit. Shit, here we go again. Let's go. Oh, my charisma went up, though. Against my better judgment, I am inclined to take you up on your offer. Splendid! You will not regret it. Not soon, anyways. I am already beginning to have doubts about my hasty decision. Is that a long delay? I don't know why it's so long. I haven't dropped any frames. Oh wait, I have dropped some frames. But only like 1%. Apologies. Before I can gather my thoughts, Nazir has seized my hand and is taking me along the hallway towards his room. Just give me a minute or two to pack my things and we'll be on our merry way. I know a little passage not far from here that leads to a small, unused postern gate that we can most definitely use to slip away from the palace through. No one needs to know how we've left, or when, or why. No one. No, it's Raphael, sorry. No one, you say? Turning a corner, Nazir skids to a halt before Raphael, who is suddenly looming in front of us, arms folded and frowning. Raphael, my dear chap, fancy seeing you here. You sound as if my being here is to your detriment, Your Highness. No, not at all. Your appearance simply took me by surprise. And my friend here too, eh? My mind races as I attempt to hide behind Nazir out of sheer embarrassment. Just what was I thinking? Getting caught slacking off as the royal tutor. Dare I ask what the two of you are planning on doing with that little passageway through the small, unused postern gate not far from your room? We were discussing the state of security at the palace. Nazir was just telling me how assassins could make use of these overlooked passages to slip past our defenses and wreak havoc inside. Right, Your Highness? Quite right, my dear. Just the thing we were discussing. An admirable motive. Raphael says in a tone of grudging respect, and my lips purse. I just lied to this man. In that case, I shall note your concern and assign guards to patrol the postern gate as soon as personnel becomes available. Sorry, Nazir. I promise you, no one will be able to slip in or out of that gate without half the palace knowing. I'll be damned. I mean, if anyone even tries, I thoroughly approve. Prince Nazir gives Raphael a look of approval and confident thump to his chest. If I have set your minds to rest, might you two be so good as to return to your duties? Such as being tutored, in your case. He glances at me and raises an eyebrow ever so slightly. Tutoring. Certainly. I reply, much abashed. No, wait. Oh dear. I just remembered that I left an item of considerable value by the postern. Would your highness be so good as to allow his servant to retrieve it? I'm afraid I cannot. That item is deeply sentimental to me, you see, and I would loathe if anyone else were to look upon it. I take it you... I'll be right back. Quick as a breeze, he slips past Raphael, disappearing rapidly up the stairs in the direction of his room. Good day, your highness. Raphael sighs and turns to me. You shouldn't be influenced so easily when finding yourself in a new place. Sorry. It's just, well, Nazir. Yes, he has that effect on some people. With a face of great understanding from years of experience, he smiles and pats my shoulder consolingly. Back to Amo Ama Samat and all that, eh? Yes, all very fascinating stuff. Oh, we have blushies, not the romantic blushies, but the oops, we got caught doing things we shouldn't have been doing blushies, and I like those too. Feeling more chastised than I would like, I hurry back to my study to prepare for this afternoon's lessons. My face burns a bright and fiery crimson thinking back on what had just transpired. I can now take classes to raise charisma! Grimoire. Characters updated, Nazir and Raphael. Okay. Oh, we got some. So that's not done yet, but this one is. Let me do a save again. I'm scared. And then, how's my... Our fighting's pretty damn good. Do you guys want to go on a mission? I think we should go on a mission. Let's go on a mission. Heavenly Beauty. Let's do a mission and then I'll take a short break because I've been drinking a lot of water. Oh, requirement. Saren 10? Saren, are you at 10? In light, right? Yeah, Saren's done. Strange rumors have reached the palace of farmers shutting themselves inside their house during the day and doing no work. Let's go, let's do it. Strange rumors have reached the palace. Farmers residing in the outskirts of the capital were shutting themselves inside their house during the day and not doing any work. They only ventured out past midnight, and reports of their activities suggested that they were suffering from advanced stages of hallucinatory delusion. When challenged, these farmers claimed that they are looking for their most beautiful goddess. Look no further. Can't even keep a straight face when I try. Having no desire to countenance the outbreak of a cult, the regent dispatched Prince Saren and I with a company of palace guards to investigate the problem. Upon reaching one of the infected villages, we found it eerily silent. The streets were empty and the doors and windows of the houses locked, barred, and mothering in dust. Warily, we went up to one of the locked houses and knocked on the door. But the guard captain had threatened to smash the door down before anyone inside would open it. Yay, beauty success! The young farmer who opened the door seemed suspicious at first. After looking at me, he knelt down and... So glad I did so many beauties. Yes! He knelt down and began worshipping me. He claimed that I was an emissary of the goddess and that my outward beauty proclaimed the inward goodness of my heart. Although it was flattering in some way, I was seriously embarrassed. Ooh, commoner approval. After examining several villagers, I discovered they had consumed crops infected from a tiny but virulent mushroom that causes romantic hallucinations. I was fortunately able to find the ingredients needed to make the antidote potions in the vicinity. If the farmers remember to boil the antidote in the middle of their crop fields at least 3 hours every day next week, the mushroom infection should soon be eliminated. Noble's approval. Prince Saren was so happy with our work today, he very gallantly led me by hand to sit next to him at the high table during supper this evening. It says Noble's approval, but I'm just like, got to hold my man's hand. That's basically all I'm asking for at this point. Don't die, hold hand. Good shit. It caused quite a stir in the court. Fostrax's weekly income has increased. Okay, guys, I'm gonna take just a short break. I'm gonna run to the restroom. I'm gonna grab some, it's a little late, but I bought some fruit and I want to eat some of my fruit, so I'm gonna get that too. I'm gonna leave you guys with some clips and I'll probably run an ad as well. Go take a break, grab some water, grab some food, grab some snacks. We've been here a while. I thought you were gonna head off, Tompy. Have a great night. Thanks for hanging out with us. Appreciate you. I'll see you tomorrow for Andromeda. But everyone else, I'm gonna leave some clips, gonna run some ads, but you won't be here, I won't be here, you're not gonna be missing anything. So, go, do all the things. At least, at the very least, stretch and grab some water, okay? Be right back, guys. Guys, did I do the wrong one?
Prime units will be available once the Reaper signal has been located and destroyed.
Remind me to warn Admiral Hackett he's got some primes coming. Let's get back to the Normandy.
There's something so good about those huge things moving out of my way. Babe, your tits are out and everything. Like, come on. Liara. Oh, hi, sweetie. I'm so glad you could join us. Don't worry, Liara and I are fine.
Watch for the sniper!
Nope, sniper's mine. Can you guys get him, please? Haha, sniper race, I win.
Looks like they were evacuating.
Get wrecked.
It looks like the Reapers were pursuing them. About time they started killing each other.
Don't try to out-sniper me. It will not work. It is literally the only thing I know how to do in this game.
This is Miranda Lawson. If you've managed to get this far, you must be desperate or stupid.
Or me. Chat, I lied. Could probably pull this out for like another 6 months. My pullout game is very, very good, so I could do it. I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite stream on the Citadel.
Shepard, is it just the alcohol, or do you have vids running in your head of us mostly naked, completely alone, and shamelessly rolling all over a couch?
I didn't, but now I do. I didn't, but... Ladies, gentlemen, non-binaries, that's my husband. Y'all thought it was just me. That's my husband. Yes. Smitten for each other is all I'm saying.
Neighbors came by last night to complain about the noise. I put their bodies in the building incinerator.
You did what? Like, there's an unspoken rule. If I'm probing, you can't interrupt. Shake him! Shake him!
That was for Thane, you son of a bitch!
Yeah! I think I've been playing Mass Effect every Saturday for what, maybe a year and a half? It's been a very long time. And it's one of those things that I don't know. I knew I would finish it. I just didn't know. I just never expected it. They're everywhere. Let's go home. This is without a doubt my favorite game. Mass Effect is my favorite game.
Commander?
Game! What the fuck? It just showed me the most important person I've already lost, the most important person I will lose, and the most important person I'm leaving behind.
I repeat, disengage and get the hell out of here.
There is no choice. You must go now.
Welcome back, everyone. I low-key forgot how good grapes are. Just gonna put that out there. Although, I forgot I'm doing otome. Can't really eat while I'm reading. But you know, just something, just a little something. Oh no, I closed my Twitch on me. Back here. There we go. Okay. I'm only gonna do maybe like a couple more weeks depending on how long the sessions are. Because this is week 4. Maybe we'll get to week 6, like do week 4 and week 5, and then I'll call it. Or maybe go do something else. Maybe I'll go play... No, I'm not. Nope. I'll go to bed. I need sleep. Okay. This morning, I'm walking along the hallway on my way to class when... Ugh. This is the worst way to start the day. A servant is cursing out loudly as he's moving several buckets of water up the stairs. To the kitchen, I assume. Do those nobles really taste the difference in the water, or why do we have to do this? He must be transporting fresh spring water. I've heard of some aristocrats who only accept the finest of water to be used for their meals. I didn't know those exist in Eskia, too. Maybe we can cleanse and enhance fountain water to have the same taste as spring water. That surely would make the life of the servants easier. It'd be good for the princess to learn alchemy through practical use as well. I can create alchemy items together with the princes. Alchemy items. Okay, buddy. Having the right item at the right time may help you increase the approval of different factions or get yourself out of a pinch. New missions are available. A shame about the fop, Nazir. Fop? Is he referring to Prince Nazir? To Prince Nazir? And is he calling Prince Nazir by his given name? Although Nazir does let everyone call him by his given name. Absolutely useless. A waste of breath. Then why are we wasting breath on him? Saren, on the other hand. I find myself pressing behind an oversized marble vase, listening on the clearly private conversation between a group of aristocrats huddling inside the room opposite me. Well, they're loud enough for me to understand every single word without straining my ears. Who? Saren? He's sound, at least. He's polite, that's all you could say for him. Not a single original spark inside that hollow carton masquerading as a head. Okay, he kind of got a point, though. That noble kind of got a point. Like, Saren cute, but sometimes I'm like, buddy, can we have a... Yeah, can we have an original thought, please? Is that a bad thing? Makes him easier to control. You're on to something there. What about that fellow, Aurelius? That bastard, you mean? Oh, come on, Aurelius can be a little disagreeable, but it's hardly warrants such an insult. He has many original sparks as you can want and more. A rather strong personality. Very brainy. Let's all be absolutely honest here. He would make a strong king. Yes, and if we are all absolutely honest here, a strong monarch is the last thing any of us wants. Aurelius. If we have Aurelius on the throne, we might as well hand over our estates to him and be done with it. True. Maybe the regency isn't such a bad thing. Shame it can't last forever. Well, call me an old-fangled traditionalist, but I prefer someone actually related to the king administering from the throne. You old-fangled traditionalist, you. The group breaks into I think it's raucous? I don't know. Laughter that is grating to the ears. No, really. If you think about it, the Lord Regent's blood is as common as they come, from the same sewer the late Queen sprang from. Wow, talking ill of the dead. That's gonna bite you in the butt. From the same sewer? Disregarding their contempt for the prince's deceased mother, does that mean the Lord Regent was a relation of the Queen's, rather than the king? Dun, dun, dun! Did the king not have any brothers, or cousins even? Just what sort of inheritance law governs the succession of Eskia? A decent person, though, the queen. Yes, but as common as mud. We can't have everything, my friends. Better a regent than a king. Better a king than anarchy. Is that what you call our days of liberty? Anarchy? Sometimes I wonder if it might not be better for us if our late lamented king had, well, not been born. He unified the realm, stripped our rights, changed our ancient laws and customs, and then just went and died on us. Yes, because people just choose to just be like, oh, dead. Like, buddy. Frightfully irresponsible of him. How dare he? Sometimes I wonder if it might not be better for us if we abolish the monarchy altogether. Just over 20 years ago, we were free men, sovereign lords of our estates. Now we're just subjects to the crown. Subjects to the crown, huh? Who's there? Whoops. Seems I accidentally voiced my thoughts aloud. Good afternoon, gentlemen. I was just passing by, and I couldn't help but overhear. Oh, it's Master Rosencruz. Your grace our unworthy selves with your excuse me. You graced our unworthy selves with your otherworldly presence. Please do not allow us to sully your august self a moment longer. We humbly crave your pardon to take our leaves. Sticking their noses straight in the air, the three aristocrats march away, staring down at me from the corners of their eyes. What was that about? The Lord Regent is the Queen's brother, not the King's. And in the words of the second aristocrat, common as mud. The kingdom was unified less than a generation ago, and its current laws are barely older than I am. And the nobility is restive enough to be discussing revolt in open air. It seems I don't know nearly as much about Eskia as I would like to. And I have the nagging feeling I'd best start learn sooner rather than later. The question is, from whom? Among the people I've spoken with at any length, I can only think of two who were around the time before the monarchy was established. Sala, the mysterious homunculus, and of course the Lord Regent himself. Who should I ask? I feel like Sala would be a better answer. Let's go Sala. Oh, intelligence. The Lord Regent is probably occupied with ruling the realm. I decide to search for Sala and pose my questions to her instead. I'm going to eat a grape. I find Sala standing in front of a window in the hallway, looking at the sunlight-dappled greenery of the garden outside. Hello, Sala. The Lord Regent always keeps himself so busy. I wish he would rest more often. Glancing out of the window, I see the Regent surrounded by a band of courtiers. I can't help but compare him to an old lion that was brought to bay by a pack of jackals. Seems like my decision not to bother the overworked Regent was the right one. Is there something you would like my help with, Master Rosencruz? I'd like to ask you a few questions about the founding of the kingdom, if I may. I have the idea Sala is surprised by my request, even though her face remains as expressionless and impassive as ever. I am happy to answer as much as I can. I heard, well, overheard actually, from some noblemen that the kingdom was founded only 20 years ago. That's right. Before the king, Eskia was more of a geographical concept than a political entity. So the aristocracy, that's it, aristocracy, I'll mess that up multiple times still, used to be heads of independent sovereign states. They were. The great lords waged endless feuding with each other, devastating the land and its people. The small ones were little more than robber barons plundering each other's villages and caravans. You know so much about those times, it's almost like you've lived through them. I haven't, and I'm thankful for it. I was created after the queen died, when the king had already united the realm and brought the aristocracy to submission. He introduced a new legal system that outlawed private feuds and baronial raids. Then he promoted a civil service and regulated the rights and duties of the kingdom's various estates. The king must have been a genius. How did he unite the realm? The aristocrats respect only force of arms, Master Rosencruz. Was he one of them? An aristocrat? I don't know. He came alone into Eskia and acquired a band of followers. Peasants and burghers. Burghers? Burghers! I want to say burghers. Flocked to join his banner because he promised them more rights and an end to the raids between their feudal masters. You can't defeat knights with peasants and burghers. I just imagine either feeding peasants like these burgers that are just like, if you win, you can have more burgers. Oh man, that brings me a lot of happiness actually. Burgers are pretty freaking great, not gonna lie. Also, Drahoot, if I had mango, I would agree with you, but I don't have mango. I literally have a lot of other fruit that's not mango. I can't, Master Rosencruz, but he did. Strange. He first either conquered the lesser nobility or intimidated them into joining him, conscripting their forces into his own. Then he took on the great dukes, taking advantage of their deep-seated hatred of each other to defeat them one by one. By the time they recognized the threat he posed and banded together against him, it was too late. Their united army was unable to coordinate with the king decisively. Their united army was unable to cooperate, and the king decisively defeated them at the Battle of Westbrim 20 years ago. Finally, he forced them to swear fealty to him on that field of battle, which marked the founding of the kingdom. Impossible. I beg your pardon? The proposition is historically ludicrous. A hero without an established power base appearing out of nowhere, unheard of and unasked, gaining the support of the common people, defeating the local lords, and making himself king? That sort of thing only happens in fantasies, never in real life. But it did. Apparently. Even for a genius, the king's rise to power is a little too meteoric to be credible. There's more behind his success than Sala is either able or willing to tell me. Well, let's leave it at that. What happened after the kingdom was founded? Not every great lord had submitted, and many of the robber barons remained as rapacious as ever. This game, I think this game was just like, I remember this in the first part too, of me being like, I don't know about 20% of these words. And when you're reading it, you kind of need to know all the words. The king had his hands full reducing the rebels' bases, hunting down the unruly nobles until they had all either knelt or been hung. He established the Eskian Guards for that purpose, and led them on the most dangerous campaigns and expeditions. His wife died around this time, didn't she? Yes. He did not have much time to grieve, even though I know that he mourned her passing deeply. How do you know? I thought you said you were created after the queen had passed away. The king is a caring and kind person. He would have been deeply saddened by the loss of the one he loved. I'm sure he was. Having gotten the information I was looking for, I cast about for a way to politely end the conversation. Thank you for taking the time to answer my questions. I shall not impose upon you any longer. Good day, Master Rosencruz. Sala curtsies towards me and returns to the window. In the garden, I can see the Lord Regent, still trying to fend off the ring of noblemen encircling him. Grimoire updated. Grimoire, that is it. Sala. Knights and Burger, the new D&D campaign. I am in. Can we make that? Can we do this? Can it be like a one shot? Okay. I'm gonna save again. Leave me alone. Okay. Oh my god. That is so much money. Okay, you're up to their level. What's my missions? What do we need? Okay. Oh, 15, 15, 15. Oh, that's gonna be... Nazir 20. Oh, and I also need herb soup. Good soup. Okay, herb soup. Okay, let's do classes. Let's do classes. Let's get you your earth. Let's get you your earth and light back. Light. Is light your highest? It is. So let's make your earth higher. Nazir, honey. Let's get your wind and fire up. Your wind needs to be a little bit higher, so we'll do that. And then fire! And then you, I'm scared to teach you things. Water and darkness. And let's go earth. Let's go. Let's keep that. Let's do water. Darkness. Okay. And then me. Let's do that. What's my thing at? My intelligence is high. etiquette. Let's do that. I want to be ready to fight, so that's gonna stay. Okay. Oh, and I think my income went up. You heard me talking about him. I told him to pick up the pace and he did. Oh. There's some up there. Hell, like I know how to even do basic D&D, so y'all figure it out. Me and Don got this, no problem. Let's finish week 6, and then I'll call it for the night. I'm muttering quietly to myself, reviewing the syllabus for today's classes, when a voice catches my attention. Could that be Aurelius? With whom is he speaking? Careful not to be spotted, I watch as Aurelius stands next to a large marble bust, engaged in conversation whilst oblivious to the world. His conversation partner, however, remains half hidden from view behind the bust. Neither of them has noticed me, nor does it seem like they will. Unable to help myself, I peer more closely at the two. Sala? Long hair flashing in sunshine, sharp-tipped ears tucked underneath, a gentle expression that calms the soul. There's no mistaking it. The woman he's speaking with is Sala, my personal servant. What business does he have with her? Why are they standing so close together? And is Aurelius genuinely smiling? No, I need to work on my etiquette some more. I wonder what they're talking about. Only one way to find out, you dumbass. I walk into the pair and utter a polite greeting. Good day. Master Rosencruz. The dude turned towards me, Sala smiling. Aurelius not so much. What do you want? Snarking at me the moment he sees me. If it was anyone else other than Prince Aurelius, I would have deemed this event suspicious. Nothing in particular. What are you two talking about? Please excuse me, Your Highness. Master Rosencruz wishes to discuss matters with you, so I will bid my adieus and be out of your way. You're not in the way. Sala merely smiles again and curtsies gracefully. In a delicate fashion, she then turns and walks away, leaving me gaping wordlessly after her. Did just between you and me, did I just cock block you? My bad, broski. My bad. She cute. I approve, actually. I actually really approve. You kind of need some sunshine in your life. My bad. You want an A on your next test? I think I owe you an A on the next test. I'll just pencil that in there. Well, I hope you have a good reason for interrupting us. Sorry, I had no idea. I was only wondering why Sala was talking to you. She asks about how I am sometimes. It's nothing out of the ordinary. A servant not assigned to a prince casually asking after his well-being is something out of the ordinary. I know, I said I was sorry. I said I was sorry, chat. I'm sorry. Said Prince, replying to and even being friendly with servant is even more out of the ordinary. And that Prince being Prince Aurelius out of all people makes it the most out of the ordinary event I've seen. Needless to say, I keep these thoughts to myself. I don't need to be engaging in another sparring match. So that's why Sala left so quickly. She doesn't want her personal concerns towards the prince to be widely known about the palace. Release, on the other hand, doesn't look like he cares much at all. Sala has been working in the palace for as long as I can remember, and she's always been a caring, devoted companion to my brothers and I. I wonder how old Sala actually is. She doesn't look much older than Aurelius, but from what he said, she must be at least old enough to be his mother. Okay, I'm kind of glad we cock-blocked that. I feel that seems like a very, very big age gap. It's amazing how a homunculus appearance always stays the same, no matter how much time passes. An envious trait indeed. I see. Do you now? Good. Early straightens his posture with an abrupt motion and nods curtly in the direction of the study. Well, shall we be heading to class? Yes. Side by side, we walk down the corridor in silence, not exchanging another word along the entire way there. Okay. Okay, so motherly figure. We were wrong. It's like a motherly figure. I feel like I need to do that again. Might want to do beauty. No, charisma. Can I do... No, I think I need double etiquette. I should not have failed that. No, actually, but beauty's low. What if I do one more? What if I did one more week, chat? Some folks are into that. That's true. What if I did, guys, what if I just do one more? One more? Another one of these. Come here, pineapple. Okay. No, I want you to have... Put one water in there. Put water. I put water because it's the highest. What's your highest? Water and earth. So let's put water in here for you too. Okay, you are water, earth. You are wood, which you already have. Okay, you're staying the same. Okay, one more. Nice. Shit. Okay, cool. I did, because it was on sale, Drahoon. I did. I have one piece of, like, pineapple that's stuck in my tooth, so wait a minute. Buddy, I have to do more important things than cut my own fruit, okay? And it was on sale! Finding myself unexpectedly having a few moments of free time to myself, I decide to head to the palace library to read up on some research material. The library is quiet and deserted at this hour. I smile to myself as I wander through its old oaken shelves, breathing in the sweet, musky scent of wood and old parchment. As I approach the back of the library, my eyes are caught by the sight of an elegant figure slouched on a chair inside an alcove tucked between two shelves. Prince Saren is reading a formidable-looking tome, his brows creased into a deep frown. Aw, poor baby! As I look, his mouth soundlessly forms a few words, and he shakes his head slowly. I take a step towards him, a greeting beginning to form on my lips, but then I draw back again. The prince's attention is wholly devoted to the book, and I would not like to disturb him when he's so obviously occupied. On the other hand, he looks somewhat troubled by what he's reading as well, and as his tutor, I do have the obligation to help him if he needs help. I squint at the book, but due to the angle Prince Saren is holding it, I cannot make out either the title or the author. It seems like if I want to find out anything about this, I shall have to ask Saren myself. Why am I failing every check? Okay. I clear my throat loudly, gazing in concern at Prince Saren. Master Rosencruz, my pardon, I had not noticed you. Are you worried about something, Your Highness? Saren looked at me with surprise, although he soon catches himself and smiles at me politely. No, I wouldn't say I am. Why do you ask? You were frowning and muttering to yourself, so I thought you must be troubled by what you were reading. I see. Please do not worry. I was not troubled, merely engrossed. Even as he is speaking, his brows are smoothing back into their usual inscrutable placid lines. I was so engrossed, in fact, that I had not noticed the time flying by. I apologize for having to cut our conversation short, but I need to get back to my regular duties. Certainly, Your Highness. Do not let me detain you a moment further. Thank you for your concern, Master Rosencruz, but I can assure you I am perfectly fine. He gets up from the chair and makes a polite bow. Please accept my excuses, Master Rosencruz. Goodbye, Your Highness. Saren tucks the book under his arm and walks away. Before he leaves, I manage to catch a glimpse of the title. Travelogue to Marin. I knit my brows, wondering why a simple travelogue warranted such concentrated attention from the prince. Putting the prince and his mysterious book out of my mind, I plunge back to the maze of bookshelves, returning to my original intention of finding a few books on military strategy to study. Now, where did they put that dreadful Geralt's Guide to Modern Siege Weapons again? I ought to have asked Prince Saren when I had the chance. Ooh. I struggle to write anything. Beyond the assurance of my well-being and hopes that they are similarly of sound mind and body, my half-written letter sounds contrived. I imagine that great travels naturally bred great stories, but my blank paper mocks the very notion. Since my last letter, the state of Eskia, the princes, and even my own work holds nothing noteworthy, but my last correspondence was eons ago. I fear they will worry for me. Again with the knocking. I sigh in relief at the knock and set my pen aside, grateful for the distraction. Come in. Master Rosencruz. The homunculus steps into my room and curtsies in my presence. I regard her curiously. How may I help you, Sala? Next week, the royal family shall depart on their annual tour of Eskia. Annual tour? Sala nods in confirmation. Previously, the king toured the entirety of his kingdom once a year, visiting loyal lords and spending time among his faithful commoners. It is a much beloved tradition, so the Lord Regent and Princess wishes to continue it. I see. With the princess absent, I could find far more time for my work, or to perhaps relax. I'm gonna go with them. But I bear a message. After a pause, she tilts her head in thought. Actually, 2 messages. Oh? Well, let's hear them, then. Both Prince Saren and Prince Nazir asked me to extend to you a personal invitation to accompany them. You mean, together? No. The requests were separate. Their itineraries vary slightly, so you will need to choose which prince to accompany. I shake my head amused. What of Prince Aurelius? It feels expected that he didn't extend the same courtesy. Then again, if he had, I would have had to bring my sword, just in case. Prince Aurelius typically joins the rest of the family later. I looked to her for answers or any desire to elaborate, but her expression is as inscrutable and demure as ever. That is everything. That is everything, Master Rosencruz. Please do let the princess know your choice as soon as possible. Thank you, Sala. The homunculus curtsies and takes her leave. Let's see. Who should I accompany? Oh, I think this is a great opportunity to get a little romance into this game, and I want to go for Prince Aaron, so I'm doing it. Although Prince Aaron has proven a model student and a joy to tutor, we still have not had the chance to speak in a less formal setting. This shall be the perfect opportunity to familiarize myself with him and observe him amongst the common people. Frisky! Because it's Frisky Flirty Friday. Turning back to my desk, I complete my responses to the princes, then set them aside. For now, the letter to father remains half written. I can only hope that the events following these next few weeks change that fate. Okay. And I'm once again going to save. I know I just saved, so I'm going to save it in the same spot. And that, I'm going to call that part 2 of the Royal Alchemist. Can I please? Yeah, there we go. Ah, I love this screen. Have any achievements? No. Just die. Oh my god. 24 unique death. Nope, okay. I feel like I should have died already. So the fact that I have it is amazing. You guys want to say bye to YouTube really quick? I mean, I'm gonna, like, leave in just a minute, so. Wow. Such death. YouTube, if you've been watching this entire time, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, I just really hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget, like, subscribe, comment if you want to. Yeah, I thought that was just inherent. Like, we've been on YouTube for so long now. Like, you know, if you like something, like it. If you want to see more of my content, subscribe. But apparently, you're still supposed to say it. I mean, that's what all the help grow your YouTube videos tell me. So, like, subscribe, comment if you want. Yeah. Oh no. Well, with a comment like that, maybe you don't want to like it from Drahoon. But with that, I hope you have a great day, night, wherever you are in the world. And I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.